but I think what looks so off, I'm like saying this while I look like this, like I literally look like a clown. Hello there. We have so many things to talk about in today's video. If you don't know, Star Wars Celebration is happening right now. And if you're unfamiliar of what Star Wars Celebration is, basically like the big Star Wars convention. It happens every year. Think like Comic-Con, but Star Wars. And I went last year for the first time and it blew my mind. It was next level. Get ready with me to go literally nowhere to just hang out with you guys. If you're new here, my name is Crystal, as in Kyber. Yes, like the Kyber crystals in a lightsaber. And I talk about Star Wars. And if that is something that you love, then you'll probably want to subscribe to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, hi, I really appreciate you. And I'm so glad that you're here to share in the excitement with me. So just like all of my videos where I'm putting on makeup, I will have what products I'm using in the description down below if you guys are interested in what I'm using exactly. Okay, well, first of all, I wanted to start a new sequence in my videos. One thing that I think is really cool about other Star Wars fans is that they just have like these incredible collections of things, and I'm not really that person. Pretty minimal in how I live my life, so I don't have like a lot of things, let alone Star Wars things. I have like a lot of clothes and a lot of shoes. I guess there's like two things that I really like to collect, like Star Wars related things, and that is makeup. I mean, I have like a bunch of Star Wars makeup things. I actually have two of these. Like this is the one that I use, and this is still in its original packaging, and I refuse to open it. So the other thing that I have a lot of, or I guess I'm starting to build my collection of, is kitchen items, like Star Wars kitchen things. The thing that I wanted to share with you guys is my collection of Star Wars mugs. I have so many Star Wars mugs. I thought that it would be fun to start sharing my daily mugs with you guys, because I don't know about you if you are a person that wears makeup, but I love to have like a fun little silly drink when I'm doing my makeup. This is my Star Wars mug of the day. It is Ahsoka Tano, Rebels Ahsoka Tano. Fun little silly drink is the Synergy Trilogy kombucha. I'm a big kombucha girl. It's really good for your tummy. The first thing I want to ask you guys is, has anyone here have you been to Star Wars Celebration? If you have, let me know in the comments down below. If you went last year, we had just missed each other, and that really sucks. 20 minutes in, and I haven't talked about Star Wars at all. I guess some of the bigger news that we can talk about first before we get into it is the 3 movies that were just announced. It's kind of a big deal because we're getting a movie in the Mandalorian era, directed by Dave Filoni, which is so exciting. I love Dave Filoni. I'm a big Dave Filoni supporter, so I can't wait to see what that movie is going to be. We also have the return of Daisy Ridley, which is really exciting. Her movie is going to be set 15 years after The Rise of Skywalker, and it's going to be about her rebuilding the Jedi Order, which is going to be so exciting. I wonder if we're going to see Finn. It would be really cool to see Finn as a Jedi. And then there's a third movie that I don't really know anything about except for who the director is, so I'm not really going to talk about that one because I don't have anything to talk about. We also have some information about the Acolyte TV series coming out, I think, next year. Very, very excited. It's a very anticipated show for me, at least. I'm very excited about the cast and like what the story is about. From what they said at Celebration, the Acolyte is supposed to be Kill Bill meets Frozen. So I really have no idea what to make of that. I don't even want to guess. So let's talk about the Ahsoka trailer. I mean, that's like the reason we're all here. Ahsoka is one of my favorites. She's definitely top 3 for me. I just love her story. I love her arc. I love everything she stands for, and just like the journey that we went on with her in the Clone Wars and then with Rebels. If you haven't seen the Star Wars animation, you have to. Like at this point, you gotta. I know that Clone Wars can be kind of intimidating because there's just so much to go through, but it's worth it. There's a big payoff. I really don't know how I feel about this makeup. So the Ahsoka show is set to come out this year in August. I was kind of shocked about. I really didn't think that we were going to get it until the end of the year or even until 2024. So that was like a very nice surprise. I think this is one of those situations where I should definitely stop while I'm ahead. But in my head, I'm like, oh, shimmer. Oh, and it kind of looks like the white in Ahsoka. You know, she's like blue, orange, and white. So it kind of fits. I think there's a method to my madness. Yeah, like that looks cute. Actually, that does look kind of pretty. Sometimes I forget that I'm a makeup artist. I love that we open up this trailer with Ahsoka doing her signature move from the Siege of Mandalore arc in the Clone Wars. Because that move is like so cool. It's the one where she puts her lightsabers into the ground and then spins and then falls through the hole. Like, that is like so awesome. Like, she's just so cool. And I love that we're getting to see that in live action. That was something that I noticed in this trailer, was we got a lot of callbacks to the Star Wars animation, which I really appreciate because it just makes it feel like Star Wars. I know I say that in like every video, but it just feels like they really care. It really feels like they're putting thought into the way the characters move, the way the characters do things, especially since these characters have existed for years at this point. So that's something that I really appreciate about the trailer, is it really feels like they are approaching this show with a lot of care. We see a lot of scenes that look exactly like scenes from Rebels. Like, we get this shot of Sabine looking over Lothal, and it looks exactly like the closing shots or the closing sequence in Rebels. It's cool to see how it translates from animation into live action. Speaking of seeing things in live action for the first time, we see a Loth cat. I don't think we've seen a Loth cat, right? But we see a Loth cat, and I really, really appreciated that it wasn't done in CGI. Like, it was in camera. They had like a thing there that looked like a Loth cat. I really think that things look better in camera than in post. Like, I am so tired of CGI movies. I personally believe that everything looks better in camera. Yeah, I'm definitely in the camp of do it in pre-production. Don't do it in post. We also get our first look at Hera Syndulla in live action in this trailer, which was really cool to see. It was really cool to see what she looked like in full makeup. I do have like a little bit of a criticism, and I've been kind of saying it on Twitter as well. And this is just me nitpicking, and this is just my opinion. I feel like I need to say that. And I've been seeing people say that Hera looks a little bit weird. And I think so too. I think that Hera's face looks like a little weird. And I don't think that has anything to do with the actor. I think the actor is beautiful. I love her. I couldn't put my finger on it. And I also think Ahsoka looks a little bit weird. And I was looking at them, and I think I know why they look a little off to me. And this is no shade to the makeup artist. Like, I'm a professional makeup artist. I work on sets, so I get it. As a makeup artist, I feel like I can kind of assess what I think is going on here. That sentence was really hard to get out. I just think I have like a little bit of credentials to kind of talk about it. So what I think is wrong, or what looks off, I don't want to say wrong, but I think what looks so off, I'm like saying this while I look like this, like I literally look like a clown. Like kind of cute though, right? Like I look kind of cute as a clown. What I think looks so weird or off with Hera is their face is so flat. Like, there's no color on their face, and we as humans have color on our faces. Like my face, not right now. I mean, I'm putting color back onto my face, right? Because the thing is, when you put foundation on, foundation is one color and it flattens your features. And that's why we always contour or bronze and put blush on. It's to bring color and life back to our face, because it looks unnatural if you don't do so. And I think that is what is going on with Hera, is it looks so unnatural because she's just one shade of green and like eyeliner. I think it looks so odd, or I guess like uncanny valley, is because her face and Ahsoka's face is so flat. There's no dimension, there's no colors happening. As a makeup artist, when I'm doing makeup on someone, it's very rare that I put one color on someone, even just for foundation, especially on like darker skin tones. Like the forehead will be a different color than the chin, or the interior of the face will be different than the exterior of the face. And so I'm just assuming that it would be the same for like alien skin colors or skin tones. I think if I were to do this makeup, maybe I should do this makeup. Oh my god, you guys, should I do this makeup on myself just to like demonstrate what I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments down below. If I were hired to do this job, yes, I would paint Hera's face green because she's green, but I think in the contour I would make her like either like a deeper green or even like a blue or some kind of shadow, and then I would make the interior of her face like yellow or like a lime color. You know, I just think maybe they need more color going on their faces for it to look more natural. It would look really weird and really jarring if I just did foundation and no blush or even bronzer. I also think that's like why Ahsoka looks so weird to me, is because she's just orange and there's no dimension to her face. She's orange with like a dark black eyeliner and like this brown lip. Anyways, that's my little bone to pick with the makeup on the show, is I just think it needs a little bit more of dimension or life to it, and I think that it would look so much better. I wonder if we're going to see Jason Syndulla, who is Hera's kid, who I think would be about the age, if he was a Jedi or was a Force-sensitive user, would be making a lightsaber, because we see that lightsaber making droid in the trailer at the very end. I don't know his name. I can't pronounce it. I'm very interested in these dark side Force users. Someone on Twitter was telling me I need to read Master and Apprentice, which is a Star Wars book, to kind of like understand why their lightsabers are like this orangey red. So add that to your reading list for Ahsoka. I'm very interested in them. They're not Inquisitors. I don't know what they are. But they look really cool, and I'm really excited about them. The lightsaber fights looked so sick. Like, I'm so excited to see lightsaber fights. It feels like it's been a long time since we've seen lightsaber action, right? And I love that they teased Thrawn in the trailer too. I honestly was a little surprised. I really thought that they were going to draw out the Thrawn reveal. I mean, we all knew that Ahsoka's looking for Thrawn, and we all kind of know that Thrawn is the big bad of the Star Wars universe at this time. But I really thought that they were gonna like wait until the very end of the trailer, or you know, we would get kind of like a nod to Thrawn. I didn't know that we were gonna see him like that. And it was just confirmed today that Lars Mikkelsen is going to be playing live action Thrawn, which he plays Thrawn in Rebels. So I know a lot of people were really hoping that it would be him. I know that he was everyone's fan pick or like fan cast to play Thrawn because he looks really cool, he sounds really cool, and he knows the character so well. Like, he's been playing Thrawn for years at this point. And I think it's really exciting because I think that we're going to see Thrawn show up in a lot of different TV shows moving forward and in the upcoming movies. Also wondering if we are going to get any callbacks or throwbacks to Clone Wars Ahsoka, because it would be super cool to see Clone Wars Ahsoka with Anakin and Rex, and it would be really cool to see all three of them together in live action. I know that's kind of like a dream and it probably won't happen, but it would just be so cool. Really hoping that it has like the essence of Rebels. I think that it's really going to come down to the actors who are playing characters that people are already very familiar with and like adore these characters, and also the storytelling, because some of the storytelling, it just like has a specific feel, which I know we can do in live action. There's been a few episodes in The Mandalorian and Andor that felt very like Clone Wars-esque or very like Rebels-esque. So I know that they can get that flavor. And since Dave Filoni is in charge or overseeing Ahsoka, I think that we're really going to get that because he really understands the shows. I mean, he was on the shows, on the cartoons. I'm hoping that we get like our 3-episode arcs that we got in the Clone Wars. Like, that'd be really cool. Personally, I've been very nervous about Star Wars moving forward. The Mandalorian season 3 just has not been it for me, which has been so disappointing because I love the first 2 seasons. So for the 3rd season to be kind of flopping, I've been kind of like not too excited about Star Wars, or I guess the direction of Star Wars, especially because I didn't like Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi was kind of a letdown to me. But with the Ahsoka trailer, I'm so excited. I really feel invigorated. When I was watching the trailer, I had like chills for like a minute and a half, like however long the trailer was. I was just covered in chills and I felt so excited. You can totally tell that this is where all of Lucasfilm's resources have been going. You can tell that they've just been putting all their energy into Ahsoka, and I think that it really has negatively affected like The Mandalorian, and hopefully not these other shows, but I don't really know. It's all hands on deck for Ahsoka, and I really hope that it pays off because I'm really glad that we can hang out and talk about this together. We know what you guys thought about the trailer, what you guys hope to see, what you think it's going to be about. It's a very exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. We have a lot of things coming up. I feel like there's a lot of excitement right now. There's a lot of talk going on, a lot of buzz, and I'm feeling it. That's all I have to talk about and share with you guys today. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are most excited about in the Ahsoka show and what you thought about the trailer. I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and may the Force be with you. Bye. So just like all of Mia. What am I doing? Okay. All right, I think I know what we're gonna do. I think my brushes are dirty. I'm a mess today.